If you were anything like me, or just thinking, where the heck did that weekend go? Well, you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state and world that we live in. Thank you so much for being here. I do hope you had a good weekend. It wasn't a big outdoorsy kind of weekend for me. Yeah, just I got to cook, which is good. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm glad the Kentucky Derby's over. I'm just glad the Kentucky Derby is here and gone. What a pompous piece of sport that is. Wow. Yeah, that is getting outside. There's getting outdoors. There's a lot of people out there outside enjoying the weather and enjoying some nice horse racing. And that's wonderful that you get outside and can enjoy some horse racing. But you don't have to rub everybody's nose in it. I'm better than you. Yeah, not a fan. It might have been that my dad kind of bankrupted us playing the ponies, but I'm not bitter. I kid. Hey, there's a lot going on. We're gonna get caught up. There was a wonderful story, and actually a funny story. Out of Florida. What's up, Lynn? An absolute funny story that makes me laugh as a parent, and I think it's gonna make you laugh as well. I'm gonna jump right to the video. Here we go. Not on but on my phone. Here we go. So this is what we'll do. Brazen teens caught dumping trash off Florida's party boat. Okay. All right. So there was a video of these bozos, these little trust fund frat boys that were on this very, very nice boat. 3 outboards. I mean, look at this. I mean, just look at this. I mean, just 3 outboards. Beautiful, beautiful offshore boat. Stunning. These kids come from dough. So they are taking barrels and bags of trash and throwing it over the side of the boat into the ocean. Now, you know me as the conservationist and environmentalist around, that this is not something that I take lightly. This is not something that I appreciate by any stretch. People pouring trash into our beautiful oceans. Can't have it. They were going to get away with it. And you would think that they were going to get away with it because of the two-tier system or whatever you want to say, or the elitist nation. Oh, they are rich parents. They're going to get them out of this. Here's what cops did in Florida. This is fantastic. Cops did this. There is fix you some chicken gizzards, man. You go shoot catfishing with chicken gizzards. We'll talk about that in a second. These teens that were dumping trash over the boat into the Atlantic weren't caught by cops. The cops didn't go to the kids. Would have been easy. Go right to the kids, bust them at high school or college or whatever they are. I mean, we got their faces right here. No. They went to their parents. The cops went directly to these vandalous little punks, went to their parents and said, we're going to go medieval on your kids here because this ain't right. You know what the parents did? Nope. They didn't jump to their attorneys. Nope. They didn't jump to Junior's defense. The parents made all of the children turn themselves in. So they have so the rest of the headline is brazen teens got dumping trash off Florida party boat, turned themselves in after authorities showed up at parents' door, and they now face felony charges. Here. That is a good set of parenting. I actually went to girlfriend took me to Bill Maher this weekend, and it was absolutely hilarious stand-up. I've been a Bill Maher fan for years and years and years and years. Oh, but Mike, you're a conservative. I know. I'm also a libertarian, mostly a libertarian, a conservative libertarian. Bill Maher's right up that alley. He's more of a progressive libertarian, but 6 and 1 doesn't half the other. We all get along. But he had this whole bit on parenting, and it almost jarred me into reality. Like, yeah, we're the boss. Yeah, we're not. Our kids aren't our peers. Holy mackerel! And this Florida story is taking it to a whole new level. But okay, I understand that that sometimes we might have left the desert a little worse off than we showed up. It's happened. And I think that that's okay. That it's not okay to, you know what I mean? It's not okay to make a habit of, but don't beat yourself up over it. This is the next time you're out in the woods, out in the, up in the high country, out in the desert, you're out in the ocean, the lake, river, whatever it is, pick up some damn trash. Just pick up some trash. Because these bozos aren't going to be, well, I think the community service portion of their punishment is going to, I think, is going to be a lot of cleaning up. But we've taken an entire dumpster out, thanks to our friends at AZ Firearms and Pot of Gold Auctions. We took a big giant dumpster out to the West Valley into a really popular shooting area out there, desert shooting area, and we filled the dumpsters. And these weren't the little dumpsters. I'm talking about the ones that roll off a big truck type of dumpsters. We filled them up. 2 weeks later, you go out there, it's like we were never there. It is absolutely absurd. I've been saying for 11 years in this program, we ain't your mama. Pick up after yourself. Leave the desert better than when you got there. It's not going to happen because of bozos like this, because of clowns like this. So even though mommy and daddy are mad at them, there's still thousands of other bozos just like this that are going to dump trash into oceans, dump sinks and washers and dryers out into the desert. And I've actually was dumping a lot of things last week, but I found legal dumpsters to dump them in. And I was asked, are you going to go dump them in the desert? No. What in the no? Y'all know me. What's up, Chris? You all know me. There's no way in hell I'm out there to dump stuff in the desert. I've cleaned up more stuff than probably I don't know how many people combined. I've cleaned up a lot of stuff. Even when I'm out there on the kayak, out there kayak fishing, you got a little bag, I'm not to take a 50-gallon bag or anything like that. Just like a little shopping bag. Like if you order online to Fry's, the bags that they give you and the delivery to your car, not to home, but delivery to car, are some of the most awesome bags ever. They're durable, they're big, they have great handles. I love them. Take one of those out there with you, and you should roll around the lake, see a can floating around, grab it, throw it in the bag. See something thrown around, throw it, grab it in the bag, and just throw it in the bag. It's that easy. It's that easy. But the funny thing is, if I ever slipped once and I don't know, something fell off the truck or fell off the boat or fell off the kayak or whatever it is, I'd probably get busted for that. I'd be like, we're writing you a citation for littering. I'm like, you have no idea. The trucks and boatfuls of trash I have pulled out of our system. Oh my goodness sakes. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate this. Let's get to this. Lynn said, working up the courage to fix me some chicken gizzards. I don't think I've had chicken gizzards. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I have turkey gizzards, maybe around Thanksgiving, things like that. That's something my mom was all about. What's happening, Daniel? And that's what my mom was all about. But other than that, any kind of innards, side of the heart, because I eat heart. Heart's fantastic. If you have the opportunity, please try some heart. And I'm sorry, intern Beans is calling me right as we start the live stream, so it's fantastic. I'm not going to throw her on blast. Actually, let's go ahead and do it. Let's. Oh no, shoot, I already lost it. Okay, intern Beans calling me. I take any heart. Heart is one of the best things you're going to eat. You can get on a hook, and it's the best catfishing bait you're going to have. Just let it sit out for a bit. Let it get a kind of little funkified, if you know what I mean, a little stanky. And just take that and just throw it in there. Like when I have, you buy a chicken or something that you're gonna, beer can chicken or something like that. It's got that bag full of stuff inside it. Pfft, come on, that's catfish bait. Chicken livers, oh, forget about it. Catfish bait. And I'll encourage you too, especially now that the weather's changing. We're going to talk about that in depth this week and how it's getting hot out here. That's a nighttime deal. Catfishing is one of the most underrated, coolest things you can do in the outdoors, period. Catfishing is a blast. Catfishing, you can just set up, you can just take a grill out there with you, make a nice dinner, just put 2 poles in the out there with some bait, like some chicken livers, put that down at the bottom and just wait for a catfish come on, jumping, and you're just reeling in a good little fight, a lot of fun, and you get to keep eating because the catfish is yummy. Fantastic. Yeah. No heads, butts, guts, or feet for me. I feel dress and leave it for the critters to eat. Jim, you are not alone. You are not alone. I do my very best to field process as much as I possibly can. There's a lot of things that are left over, especially the rib meat is something you never ever want to leave out there. But yeah, I do understand that most of the gut pile is what it is. But I mean, looking elk liver, all of that great catfish bait. And a lot of people like to eat it. I have a buddy that eats raw liver every single morning. It's a thing. I'm not kidding. Raw liver every single morning. So when I take a bison, Watusi, elk, whatever it is, he's the first one blowing me up and saying, "What are you doing with liver? I want that liver." So he puts like soy sauce or whatever. Len, first time for everything, man. Just hard charge it. If he says first time for everything, you need encouragement, man. Let's encourage Len to try some gizzards, man. Go for it. Cook them up. Give it a try. Mess up a couple times. Try it a couple times. That's why I always say I'll try anything twice, because I might have screwed up the first time. So it's a Liver King. Get what? Did you understand? Liver King has admitted, and I actually saw a few clips from him on Twitter last week, and I thought, didn't this guy get run out of the biz after completely getting busted Barry Bonds Balco style? Yeah, alliteration aside, the guy's a scam. But yeah, if you just eat liver, look at how giant I am, dude. You're a roid addict, and you got busted for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Use dove guts. Use dove guts. All right, but you said blind. Well, yeah, Dan, of course. Yeah. Okay. What do you mean use dove guts for what? For catfish bait? And I don't know, you put Daniel, you just throw me off there, buddy. Dan, yeah. But yeah, so seriously, what are you using that for? Dove, what are you using that for? I mean, you can text me if you want, but I mean, yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, there is a where were we going with that? Y'all just I love it that we get to have these conversations. This makes it just too much fun because y'all are making me put my glasses on. So what you guys are gonna do? You guys are coming in fast and furious on a Monday. I love it. Bring it. Yes. Yeah, roided to the gills. Absolutely roided. The guy's a nut job. But hey, he's got a big following. He's getting paid. He's getting a lot of money. I guess that's, and I mean, nobody canceled him because he was roiding out. Yeah. Yeah. And the cool thing about that, Lynn just said he has roommates that hate everything. And that's fine. That's good. Those people are, I also had I have the little brother I never wanted, and Rob Hunter, been hanging out with him for 16, 17 years, however long it's been. And he hated everything too. He hated bacon. He hated guns. And now he is a bacon connoisseur and owns about 5 firearms. So, I mean, hey, trust me, Lynn. Just start doing it. Make it smell nice. Slap some slavo on there. And it's like, what you cooking? What you cooking there? Yeah, you got to introduce them. And something. And this is the thing. I always say this to my kids and my friends. People that come over, I say this every single one, every single time. Just try it. Try a bite. There's nothing wrong with just trying a bite. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you like it, you're like, oh damn, I've been missing out on this. And most of the things I cook, and I'm not trying to brag on y'all, I can cook. It's damn good. I ain't playing. All right, let's see here. Great for catfish. Okay, you're talking about dove guts, Dan? If you're talking about dove guts are great for catfishing, I can't believe I've missed out on this. What in the world why have you not told me this? We use them all the time. And yes, I know it's you, goofy. I'm telling you this. I'm blown away by this. So just anything? You're gonna have to show me this. You're gonna have to come on the show. We're gonna get Dan on the show to talk to us about how he used dove guts as catfish bait. Because I'm pretty sure you can just breast it out and throw the carcass down to the bottom, right? I mean, is that what you're talking about? Like the whole thing? Don't tell me you're plucking those doves, dude. I will say, as a dove hunter, I have yet to go full body. I have yet to not breast out a dove. Because that's it. I just, my goodness. It's almost a thing like, what is your time worth? Yeah. You don't like steak and potatoes. Well, at least you pick some people with some good taste, Lynn, right? If your roommates only like steak and potatoes, they might like bison steak. They might like dove breast. Who knows? I mean, like I said, it took the Game and Fish small game biologist 4 years of bugging me to get me to try pigeon. And now I look at a pigeon, I'm like, you're looking good over there. Mm-hmm. Makes me hungry. It's like red meat. But the thing is that you got to try something new. You have to try something new. And I'm so excited, Dan, to try dove guts as catfish bait. I love catfishing. And again, now that the weather's heating up, that is such a great idea. It's a fantastic idea. And who doesn't love catfish? And the great part about catfish and catfishing and catfish eating, excuse me, not cat eating, in that kind of show. The eating catfish is that most of us grew up eating catfish the wrong way. It's not a very popular or well-known way to properly cook catfish. Catfish there are steps. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on. Catfish cooking. I'm gonna learn, y'all. Catfish, and of course we're gonna fry those bad boys up. Catfish fry. I wanted the right way. Let's put that there so I don't forget what the heck I was talking about. All right, the right way. Because we've all been eating catfish like garbage, like for years, and we're thinking, okay, this is good stuff. And then you actually have it right. It is this dense, flaky, beautiful, awesome tasting fish and not muddy. And I love that. Absolutely love that. But catfishing is just too much fun. It just is. You're just kind of hanging out. And I love hanging out. And speaking of just hanging out, of course, you come across these articles all the time. In my reading that I do preparing for the shows, I read. And I saw again, here's the 10 best blah, 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 blah. 10 best boots, 10 best this. In this case, this was the 10 best camping chairs of 2024 tested and reviewed. The only reason why I stopped on this, the only reason was that I have to go to, I'm doing the Havasupai hike. I'm going down to Havasupai. And you can't carry a lot down there with you. Because if I have to decide between a nice place to rest my rump and a nice rump roast for dinner, I'm doing rump roast for dinner. Okay. But I'm going to have to find a place to sit. It's not like you just go down there and it's just like, oh, this is nice. There's nice stadium seating. You're just going to relax. What table would you prefer, sir? No, none of that. I got to get this one of those little tiny fold up chairs if I just want to sit down. And to me, and y'all know me, when I camp, I want to just sit around a fire and relax. I want to have a nice, comfy chair, just have a drink, and life is good. Apparently, I got 3 nights ahead of me of just discomfort. So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to figure out what the best type of chair is. So I'm not down with these guys. By the way, I have a Yeti chair. Never have I spent that much money for a chair in my life. I don't think I spent that much money for the chair in my living room. This thing's like $400. But here's the deal. I've had my camping and fishing chair for almost 2 decades. So same thing with the Yeti, I have that for 2 decades. $400 is worth it for something that lasts that long. And it is quite literally the most comfortable folding chair I have ever sat in. So much so that my buddy Reed from KNIX, he asked me, he said, you got that camping chair, you got the Yeti chair, and he's the Yeti addict. He's like, you got the chairs, it worth it? I said, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Him and his wife were remodeling their family room and kitchen, I think it was. And they bought 2 of those chairs, and that was their family furniture for like 6 weeks. And he's like, I've never had a better recommendation. Like going off a recommendation, I've never had more success coming off a recommendation. It is. But the thing weighs a lot. I'm not going to carry the damn thing down to Havasupai. I've got to get one of those like silly little folding chairs. So help me, y'all. I can ask this author that came up with this, and I don't think I don't think Laura Lancaster and I are the same type of person, because they actually have Yeti as the best deluxe, the Yeti Trailhead, but then they get into the best overall, which is the GCI Comfort Pro chair, and of course this is you click on the link and they get paid for this kind of thing, but that thing's gigantic. That's not a thing that I'm going to take down to Havasupai. I'm just not going to. So, okay, what do I do now? So if any of y'all have a hiking or a camping chair that is super light, super small, and can carry my 200-pound butt, I think that would, they can hold, my 200-pound butt, I would greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate some advice on that one, because again, you get into these, here are the best so-and-sos of so-and-so, and it's all a bunch of nonsense. I'll give you another one that I saw right on that article. Let me click on this over here. Here's the headline. The best hunting dogs for birds, big and small game, and tracking. I can have this down to this entire article. I'm scrolling. It's never ending story. Holy mackerel. It's like a novel. Okay. I can answer this. I can definitely answer this. Ready? In one line, by the way, I can have that whole article I can have down to one line. The best hunting dog for any occasion is someone else's hunting dog. There you go. There you have it. Unless you want to put in a lot of time and effort in having a dog, and I mean time and effort, not just like, oh, hanging out with us. Oh, it's our little buddy. It's a little family member. Oh, it's so cute. Nope. Unless you want, don't get a hunting dog. Hunting dogs take time, take effort, or they will destroy your house. They will destroy everything they can if they're not doing their job, what they were meant to do. If you're not going to hunt them all the time, if you're not going to work them all the time, then it's no. So again, these articles that are the best of this, the best of that, the best of Scott, did you really just say, Scotty, seriously, my chair's going to be a pillow? No. All right, the Helinox. I'm going to check that out, Daniel. I appreciate that one. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. And I always appreciate the advice. And this is something we talked about on Friday too, if you remember, before we got to blank around and find out Friday, which was hysterical, by the way. I had so much fun with you guys. And we'll do that every Friday for funsies. But this Friday is going to be crocodile edition, not fuzzy cow edition. It's going to be crocodile edition. Fantastic. Or alligator. I don't really know. Do you know how to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? When you see later and when you see after a while. Ha! That's it. I'll show myself out. Thanks. No, I have the joke. Yeah. Who was doing the chair testing, by the way? It was that that young lady that wrote the article. And that's why I always say that when you have the top 10 this, the best of this, and this has been reviewed in this, that person doesn't have your butt, right? The best hiking shoes, that person doesn't have your feet. That person is talking about the chairs. That person doesn't have my 49-year-old lower back. That's not what they don't have knees like that make ungodly sounds every time I move like mine. So the only way that you are going to get a good, solid review of a whatever it is, a chair, a boot, whatever it is getting a referral like I just did. I ask, and now I'm going to go try. And Amazon's doing that a lot, by the way. And I understand we try to support local as best we can, but Amazon's just doing it. I mean, it's just convenience is unbelievable. Because when I got my my hiking water shoes, I didn't know which size they were, so I've got an 11 and a half and a 12, and it was pay for it later, or try before you buy, or something like that. I clicked the thing, didn't pay a dime. They sent two to me. I found the one that fits the best. I sent the other one back, and then they charged me for the shoe. Didn't charge me for the other one. I have to buy two. Yeah. So yeah, I just don't think, and I hope, Lynn, what you're talking about is that the best of lists or something like that is not very reliable. But I will take your suggestions all day long. Like I'm definitely. I don't know about Scotty though, because I'm not sitting on a pillow. Then what am I going to do with sitting on a pillow? What am I going to sleep on? Something's been sandwiched between dirt and my butt. Nope. Not me. Nope. No. And no, we're not getting into like a drum circle or anything. I kid. Multifunctional light. No, I do understand what you're saying. I kid because I love. But yeah, the articles are just off the rails, and here's the best hunting dog. Now, the guy that wrote the article has 4 acres in South Dakota, and he's got, these dog runs and stuff. Yeah. Here's my dog for bird hunting. Here's my dog for duck hunting. Here's my dog for, predator hunting. Please. Best. I tell you what, if I have somebody said the best hunting dogs for inner city living or major city living, okay, maybe I write on that. Okay. And speaking of which, I want y'all to know this, and I do appreciate you. I so love hanging out with you guys every day. This is so much fun. This is probably the best decision I've made in my broadcasting career, is to go daily with this show, and it's so much fun hanging out with you guys. I really, really appreciate it. You guys hanging out with me. Understand this. I'm never going to, ever, never, and y'all can put me to the test, y'all that have been listening to me for 16, 17 years. I'm not going to lead you wrong, okay? If I tell you I recommend this product, it's because I use it. Seriously. It's not because, oh, I saw it and some company offered me to offer it to you. I don't do that. Slavo Canyon Coolers, Green Mountain Grills, those are the very, very tippity top Girl Scout of this whole thing. I would not tell you that I recommend that if I didn't have a great experience with it. And I get, speaking of Canyon, I get more comments on this mug, on this strap than anything. Oh my gosh. It's a work of art. It's fantastic. I just love that stuff. But I'm going to tell you, here's the top 10 insulated mugs for camping. No. The guys, I use Canyon. I'm not going to tell you to go get a Yeti or an Arctic or Ozark Trail or anything like that. I'm not going to tell you to get any of that if I don't use it. And I hope y'all understand that. Like my girlfriend did ask me the other day, do you really use any other seasoning but Slavo salt? Not really. I do. I do. I have different seasonings that I really, really like, but Slavo is the staple. It's on most everything, accompanied with maybe another thing if I want a different taste or a flavor profile. Like there was this really this good guacamole seasoning that makes great carne asada. Makes a great carne asada rub. So, but I also had the Slavo spicy in there with it too, because you can play with those palettes. But I was asked, and I would never say to you, go try this thing I used on everything. No, I use Slavo on everything. So that's it. It's the articles, the crazy articles of this is the top 10, this and that. And just so you know that I'm being sincere with this, the person that taught me about beware of best this or top 10 this or this or that for something that you're going to use was a golf professional. And if you want to know the level of golf professional this was, when I met him, he was just wrapping up his lesson with Ken Griffey Jr. Okay. So the first thing he told me, he said, look, I know you're subscribing to the golf magazines, this and that. I was young. I was like 20 years old. And you're subscribing to all this. You love golf. You love doing all that. Throw them all away. Throw them all away. Because there's 19 ways to eliminate your slice, because they just need content and they just want to keep printing these kinds of things. So there's 19 ways to eliminate your slice. And there's only one way for Mike Russell to eliminate slice. Only one way. That's it. And you got to find that way. But you start looking at all these different ways, you're going to have a golf swing that looks like Charles Barkley's, which is the ugliest. Please Google that. Charles Barkley's golf swing. It is the most disturbing thing you're ever going to see. The man was a absolute legend on the court, one of the best basketball players in the history. And I think we forgot about that. If you look up Charles Barkley's highlight reel from his career, the man was just vicious. He was fantastic. Anyway, the round mound to rebound, right? Only 6'4", too. Not like he's out there. The magazines will screw you up. Some of the hunting shows will screw you up. Just find what works for you. I guess that's what my message I'm going to keep preaching to you. I will only tell you the stuff I use. And if you like it, great. If you think maybe you think a different seasoning is better, fine. Think a better cooler is better, fine. If you like a different type of pellet grill, cool. That's no big deal to me. Charcoal grills. I'll give you guys charcoal grills right now. Weber kettle grill, Weber professional line, the Genesis line, and the that's for gas, and then the little Nomad grills for charcoal. That's all I use. I'm not going to tell you to get anything else. I'm not going to recommend anything else. And I know you guys won't do that to me. If I ask you guys, hey, I'm going shore fishing. Oh, that's the next thing too. I'm going shore fishing in Rocky Point. If y'all have any tips and tricks and suggestions, please let me know. Give me the best line. Give me the best poundage. Give me all this stuff. Give me the best lures. I've gotten a lot of good recommendations for lures, and holy mackerel. I thought groceries and gas and rent was the only thing going up. I didn't know. Dang, lures are expensive. Oh, it's going back to you, Dan. I mean, it's not expensive when you pull it out of a dang dove. Holy cow, man. Yeah. So that's why, again, that's why my advertisement today is going to be for catfishing. This show brought to you by catfishing. Because quite honestly, it's just too much fun because you're just relaxing and you're sitting in a nice chair. My nice folding chair, and not a pillow, but you're sitting on a nice folding chair, and you're just kind of hanging out, having some food. Maybe you got the Nomad grill out there with you. It's like a big briefcase. And you just open the thing. It looks like one of those. Remember the show Deal or No Deal? It looks like a Deal or No Deal briefcase. and you open it up. It's got a vent system to it, so it smokes. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. So I use that all the time when you're out catfishing, and you might get lucky and pull one in at the beginning of the night and just throw that sucker right on the nomad, right on the grill. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how it goes. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Really do. Hey, Scotty, appreciate that. Tabletop grill. Oh, okay. Tabletop grill. So help me out, buddy. When you say tabletop grill, are you talking about a pellet grill? Are you talking about a charcoal grill? Are you talking about a gas grill? See, all there. So tabletop. And is it indoor? You can do this thing? You can do this thing outdoor? Gotta know. Let me know. We're going to wrap up the show, though. But, Lynn, if you could answer those questions for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Y'all, thank you so much. God, dog, I love doing this and love hanging out with you guys. And the recommendations, I appreciate that. Cooking with Facebook, who's got me. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna look up this Brenda, what is it? Brenda. See, y'all make me put my glasses on. Brenda Gant. Okay, on Facebook. I'm gonna look it up. Fantastic. Okay, cooking with Brenda Gant. And if that's the type of chef that's cooking gizzards, let's go. Let's have some fun. I appreciate that, Jim. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Telling you that. Okay, looking for gas. All right, you're looking for gas and indoor, outdoor. So let me know that too, and then we'll get to it. All right, guys, we'll do this again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Check us out tonight. I think Rob's going to be around on the Brewmance. Who knows? He's traveling. He's in Miami all weekend. Don't know if he's back. We'll figure it out. But 4 o'clock, we'll light it up right here, just streaming wherever you're streaming it. So this is the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in the beautiful outdoor playground of a state and world that we live in. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock.